challenges. But what I want to do now is look forward in time rather than back in time, and look at what the IPCC are projecting and what that actually means. So many of you may have seen the sixth assessment report, Working Group 1, which came out last year. And they have several scenarios for possible temperature change out to 2100. And it depends on two things. It depends on how much more we humans emit, and it depends on the response of the Earth system to the amount of additional greenhouse gas we emit. So there's a huge range, all the way from 1 degree to 5.7 degrees. Now you look at this and you look at a graph that's only 1 century from 2000 to 2100. It doesn't look very impressive, to be honest. When you look at these numbers, they're pretty small. But when you put it on a geological time frame, a Holocene, Anthropocene time frame, it's quite dramatic. So there's the graph we have. There's 2,000 years of Holocene stability. Here's that spike. It's going up to about here now. Now, this is the year 2000. There's 1800. So 2100 is about here. So when we put those IPCC projections on, it looks like this. This is where we're headed. And this is why a lot of Earth system scientists, we are really frightened about what's coming our way. We haven't seen anything like this in Earth history. So here's the 1 degree, and the 5.7 is up there. So that's the range that we're headed for. Well, do we have any good idea of where we actually might be going along that range? Well, if we can meet the Paris targets, that's between 1.5, which is here, and well below 2. So it's in here. That's a huge challenge. Most of us who work in this space don't think we're going to get there. We didn't have good enough pledges coming out of Glasgow, and countries are not living up to their pledges. So what's the most likely temperature rise, we think, given the conditions now? Probably around 3 degrees. If you took all the current policy settings of countries around the world and averaged out what the emissions would be, it'll be somewhere around 2.7 to 3.1 degrees. And of course, if you hit 4 or 5, this is an existential challenge. We think it's probably not only possible, but probable that the human civilizations that we enjoy today would collapse under that rate and magnitude of change in the climate system. So what I want to talk about now is delving further into Earth system science.